Welcome back to another episode of Say Less. I'm your host, Jay Stan, one half of the dynamic duo, better known as In Retrospect Podcast, where we usually look beyond the surface to find understanding. But today we're going to look at the surface for what it is. We got a lot of hot topics to get into. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate all the support that we're getting. And we're going to get into these topics, man, as you can see in the back. Let's unpack this. Let's get into it. So, first topic on the docket is the fight from this past weekend, man. Ryan Garcia took down Devin Haney. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Devin Haney really fight like that. So I was like, okay, I'm on the hype train. I'm with everybody. Yeah, Devin Haney this, Devin Haney that. But the whole time leading up to the fight, all you saw was Ryan Garcia having a good time, drinking beers, showed up overweight. Whole time, like, man, there is no way in the world this is about to turn out well for my man's. And sure enough, listen, I watched the fight. Devin Haney got worked. I don't know, I don't know what kind of superpowers or what was in the gloves, but hey, man, buddy got worked. It's crazy though because he was trying to fight Tank. He needs to stay away from Tank. And for the folks that don't know who Tank is, Gervonta Davis, man, the fight was crazy. But the whole time leading up to it, you could feel as if though Devin Haney felt like Ryan Garcia wasn't taking the fight serious. But when they got in the ring, it was a whole nother story. So for all the folks that watched it, there was a ton of folks that lost a lot of money behind that. Devin Haney, of course, didn't lose the belt, but he definitely lost that fight. It was crazy. And man, shout out to all the folks that step inside that ring because I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. It's not for everybody. Everybody thinks they can box until they step into that ring and then somebody knocks them clean off that pedestal. It's not easy, man. It's a hard profession. You fighting in the front of a bunch of folks. So the likelihood that you'll get embarrassed definitely goes up. I don't care who you are, unless you're Floyd Money Mayweather floating around the ring, can barely be touched. It's a lot going on, man. Shout out to Ryan, though, man. Shout out to Ryan. I know I did see one thing where it said LaShawn McCoy bet $250,000 on Devin Haney to win and lost it all. Man, you win some, you lose some. That's tough. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash, man. That's a lot of cash. Hey, man, shout out to LaShawn, man, for betting on Devin Haney, but that's tough. And this picture right here in itself basically describes how the night went. Sheesh. That's tough, man, but it's going to be all right. So speaking of it's gonna be all right. Now I do what I want. We're gonna talk about the artist not formally, but known as Little Uzi Vert. He recently performed at Coachella. Came out in this costume uniform. Folks may say I don't know fashion. That's fine. It's whatever. But he came out in this outfit. Best choice of words. We'll go with outfit, and it kind of sparked a lot of back and forth between a lot of folks. They were trying to figure out why he would dress so eccentric, but of course, that's his personality. Hasn't changed over the years. So a lot of folks are trying to figure out, hey, like, is this too much or is it too little? But he's definitely appealing to his crowd or his audience. And that's for sure. A lot of people definitely picked up on this. It was extremely interesting to see. To me, I was like, wow, is it a lot? Is it too much? But then that leads to 50 Cent. 50 Cent's always going to speak his mind. 50 Cent had a comment when he saw Lil Uzi Vert hit the stage with the purse in the fit. And he said, there must be something in the water. Nah, 50, I don't think it's nothing in the water, man. That's a Uzi. And if a lot of the folks that, if you don't follow Uzi, he dresses eccentric. He's an eccentric person. He's definitely going to be wearing all these different things. That's not my style. That's his style. He can do his thing, but vibe out, man. Now he does what he wants, and that's for sure. Purses, fingernails painted. Hey, man, that's his thing, man, but that's not for me. 50's so funny, dog. 50 Cent is the king of trolling, man. It's insane. He said something must be in the water. You just got to make sure that you're being vigilant of that. Don't cross 50. 50, don't forget, man. 50 does not forget. So it must be something in the water, as they say. And speaking of beefs, let's talk about what's going on right here between Quavo and Chris Brown. My gosh. This here is insane. Lord Jesus. What can I say? What can I say that hasn't been seen? This all started back in 2017 at the BET Awards, where Migos and Chris Brown were not seeing eye to eye. And from there, it's been on and popping, to say the least. It's been on and popping. But the craziest part about it all is like this back and forth, man. I can't even lie to you. I love it. This to be honest, is better than the big three against Big Me or whatever. But that other one with J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, and everyone else involved and all other parties. But this one right here, man, is spicing up. We're probably never going to see anything like this again. You got two well-known figures in the music community going back and forth at each other, just dropping music. I'm pretty sure it's not being clear about a label. They're just going back and forth. It's lovely. It's lovely. I cannot complain. But this all started off with Quavo calling this man Tinder. Tinder. Calling a grown man Tinder. I don't know, man. That's wild. That's wild. And then you had Chris Brown come back in his rebuttal. Man, he bodied that thing, man. He said a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not trying to get kicked off YouTube, but needless to say, man, he got really into it. He definitely said a couple different items as far as the situation with Takeoff passed away. They're wishing it was Quavo instead of Take. Talked about Quavo's ex-girl, Sweetie. He definitely brought her up, saying he was getting with her while he was with her. But hey, that's crazy. Crazy work. Bodied him. But then Quavo came back with a rebuttal, man, yesterday. Brought Takeoff back from the brought Takeoff back to help him with it. It was crazy, man. He went into it, called Chris Brown all kind of things, and he was a certain kind of MJ and told him to beat it, all kind of craziness. A lot of speculation behind some of the stories. He started putting a couple things in those verses, trying to bring certain things to the light for folks. But hey, man, you got to understand, everything you hear ain't real. Everything you see ain't real either. So just be mindful of that, folks, before you start assuming what you heard is the truth. But some of that stuff, man, some of that stuff is factual. I will definitely say that it aligns with a lot that has gone on. So just be mindful of that. But this back and forth has been great. I'm glad to see that these labels are clearing it, or whoever's clearing the music is just letting it happen, because it's great. I need Chris to come back with a rebuttal though. And I don't care what folks say, man. That Quavo response, that joint was fire. It was fire. I don't care what nobody say. You call it boo-boo, call it whatever you want. That joint was nice. And I'm going to say it was nice because I want Chris Brown to respond. That's what I want. So this is good, man. It's a beautiful time in hip-hop. Hip-hop is alive. It's crazy. I saw a comment yesterday saying that the undercard is starting to turn out to be more entertaining than than the main event. And I'm just like, yo, this is really the main event. We want music. We don't want responses to take forever for you to come back. This is what we all was waiting for, man. This is it right here. Showtime. Quavo versus Chris Brown. Or really Breezy, because this ain't Chris Brown that's rapping. And golly, I ain't gonna lie, Quavo, man. This is lovely. Y'all gotta keep it up. Chris, I need that response, big dog. We need it. We need it. We need it bad. Hey, man, that's all I can say. It's beautiful seeing these cats go back and forth when they got so much on the line too at that. But they be saying some mad disrespectful stuff, man. But this is beautiful, man. We gotta keep this up. I want to tell everybody, I appreciate you. I really do. I want you to keep commenting, liking, and subscribing, because we appreciate it all, especially here on Say Less, as well as in the Retrospect podcast. So always remember to like, comment, subscribe, and catch me every other Tuesday.